There's another scripture that's been impressed on me in Job chapter 7, verses 17 and 18. This is an amazing passage of scripture. What is man? It's addressed to the Lord. What is man that you should magnify him? That you should set your heart on him? Do you know that God has a magnifying glass? And he scrutinizes us through his magnifying glass. He doesn't just look at us the way we are, but he brings everything into magnification. And then says, what is man? That you should visit him every morning and test him every moment. Did you know that? Did you know that God visits you every morning? Are you prepared for his visitation? What happened when God visited you this morning? Were you even unaware that God was visiting you? And then it says he tests man every moment. We are continually being tested as to whether we'll be faithful and obedient or rebellious and disobedient. Now you have no options. God doesn't say, well, if you permit me, I'll test you. God tests you. God tests me. God visits me every morning. I try to be ready for his visit. I try to get myself into a frame of mind where whatever he has to say or whatever he wants to change, whatever correction or new direction he wants to give, I'll be ready to receive it. One thing I've seen is that God means exactly what he said. He doesn't exaggerate. Everything that he says is absolutely correct. A lot of us, I think, read God's contracts without reading the fine print. Suppose you had an automobile accident in your car. You go to the insurance company and you claim, and they say, well, who was driving? Well, our daughter was driving. How old is she? Well, she was 24 at the time. They say, our conditions state specifically, no driver under 25. So what are you going to do about it? We're not going to pay your claim. You mean just that difference of 1 year? That's right. That's exactly the way it is. And that's the way it is with God. He means exactly what he says. When he lays down conditions, they're not approximate. They're not generalities. He's absolutely specific as to what he requires. So I suggest some of you need to read the fine print once more. Because you're saying to yourself, well, God didn't deliver. He's saying you didn't meet the condition. You didn't read the fine print. I want to say something too about waiting, which is very closely tied in. I think one of the most humbling things we have to do is wait. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 9 and 10, Paul says of the Thessalonians, you turn to God from idols to serve the living and true God and to wait for his Son from heaven. It's interesting. What does the Christian life consist of? To serve God. Most of us would accept that. Have you noticed the other part of it? To wait. To wait for his Son. You see, I believe that Jesus is coming back for a church that's waiting. I believe that in the providence of God, there will be a period when we'll simply be waiting. when it'll no longer be serving. We'll have done all that. But having served, we have to wait. What does waiting do? I'll suggest two things. First of all, it's a mark of faith. You're waiting because you believe God is going to intervene. You picture a group of people on a road. Some are there aimlessly, they're just standing around, they're walking up and down. But there's one man who's there because it's a bus stop. And he's different. He's there at a specific time, at a specific place, and he's looking in a specific direction. He's waiting for the bus. He has faith. He's different from all the other people on that road. The second thing that waiting does is it shows us our dependence on God. And I think here is one of the most important lessons that we have to acknowledge, gladly acknowledge, we're totally dependent on God. If God doesn't turn up, the whole thing is a failure. And so waiting as part of Christian discipline is first of all an expression of our faith that God will do what He says He will do in His time. And we cannot dictate the time. And secondly, it's acknowledgement of our dependence. God, I can't do it. If you don't do it, it won't happen. I have to wait. How long? We don't know.